Steam Greenlight over the last year or two hasn't exactly gotten the greatest of endorsements from the gaming community. For every game like Broforce, you had at least 2 or 3 games that were bad, if not abysmal. You get games like Grass Simulator and The Slaughtering Grounds. A lot of people don't even bother with looking at Greenlight nowadays, which is a shame, because there are hidden gems that could easily make an impression on the gaming community, and ideas that deserve people's time. So in this new segment of Tracking Prey, I take a look at some of the more interesting games that I've seen on Steam Greenlight, and give them coverage to hopefully give them the love that they really truly deserve. These games could eventually suck, I realize that, but they have something that at least drew my attention enough for me to want to know more about them, and keep an eye on them in the future. If you like what you see, vote on the game with the links in the description below. Let's start with Prism. What immediately stands out here is, of course, the prism at the middle of the screen. Just like a prism of light, the shots seem to refract through the prism, causing it to multiply, including your bullets and enemy bullets as well. This changes a lot of gameplay as you have to track how bullets are going into the prism and react to that instead of bullets just necessarily coming at you. I haven't seen a game do this kind of gameplay in a while, and I love shoot 'em ups, so it's definitely got my interest in that case. Apparently the prism also gains powers to be activated as well, which again makes me even more interested. It's the kind of thing I love about games. One simple change up in a concept can help a genre feel new again, and I'm hoping that with Prism, it's exactly what it looks like at first glance. It's apparently scheduled to release in the 3rd quarter of 2015. Coming over from the folks at the Fine Young Capitalists, Afterlife Empire's draw is the player takes control of a ghost who needs to build their own haunted house. You build up from your one-room shack, slowly scaring humans that enter the haunted house, gaining notoriety. You've got to get people to believe you, as the game is inspired by Theme Hospital and Dungeon Keeper of all things. You use traps to separate and scare individuals, and that seems really intriguing. And the idea of not scaring them too much because of fright is also intriguing, as too many deaths will result in a bulldozing of the house. While I'd like to see some gameplay, which they are indicating after questions that they will be taking a look at getting that to people, but there's enough of a unique concept here that I'm interested to see where the game goes from here. And it does have a special appearance of a certain someone, but honestly, the game sounds interesting beyond just that, and that's why I wanted to highlight it. Afterlife Empire is scheduled based on the Greenlight page to come out in the 2nd quarter of 2015. Sometimes all it takes are some visuals to get people's interest, and my god does the little devil inside have that going for it. Its unique 3D art style is definitely what excites me, as the art direction and the plain beauty of the backdrop and characters feels like something I haven't seen before art style wise. It's described as an action-adventure RPG, which is a genre fit for me. While the gameplay looks basic at the moment, an art style is enough for me to give this game a chance, to show me what it's got under the hood, to possibly highlight on a future hunt segment. Have I said how beautiful this game looks? This looks awesome. No date, however, in terms of its release. Now, I admit it, I love 8-bit music, and this is right up my alley in chiptune champion. Part of it is the keyboard use of the guitar in the trailer. Part of it is the fact that there seems to be a possible system for custom user-made tracks, which increases the game's life depending on how in-depth it's going to be. And part of it is that we really haven't had a good rhythm game in a while from my perspective, especially on the PC. And while it may be simple, it's the subject topic that really gets me. My weakness is 8-bit music, I admit. There's not much other things that top it in my mind, with Darkest Dungeon, The World Ends With You, and Wild Cherry Pepsi being a few. But okay, this is a system to see if you can impress me with your release, so let's see if it can. But there is no date in terms of this release, however. While Kairu is a far-off title in terms of release, that doesn't mean I can't get excited about it. The game's aesthetic reminds me of Mad World in a sense, but the idea of it being a ninja and going at your enemy in a first-person setting in this environment is really intriguing, and the idea of truly blending into your background in the dark really sells it in terms of presentation. I'm not sure how they're working gameplay, however, with the 1 and 2 color options, but you know, it really sort of stands out. It's got my attention. Now hopefully it can execute it, although it's definitely not for a while with a projected release date of 2016. But as the Raptor does, I'll bide my time, hoping to strike when it's ready. Did you know that the creator of the games of Presentable Liberty and Exploitable Money is actually making a remake bundle that's attempting to get onto Steam? The games are story-based experiences, with Presentable Liberty definitely being a game that stood out to me on an emotional level, and while they may not be to everyone's taste, they definitely feel unique in terms of the topics and subjects they hit on. While the creator is attempting to bring more to the table with some more elements on both sides, more backstory, gameplay elements, and general improvements, considering it's not on the biggest platform for the PC at this point, this seems like a great time to introduce a whole new section of gamers to those games at this point. And that is the games that I think needed to be highlighted from Greenlight that I saw. Now, these are personal preferences, obviously. These are games that I think are enjoyable or I think could be enjoyable. But on the other hand, if you do see games that you think need to be highlighted, put some in the comments below. Now again, this is an experimental segment. This is something that I'm trying new. So if you do guys want to see this a little bit more as we go along, let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you for your time, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Joy, aka Dragnix, and I thank you for watching. If you do like this video, hit that like button, and if you do want more content like this from TechRaptor, hit that subscribe button. I will be doing content for TechRaptor on Mondays and Thursdays video-wise, and then doing the rest of the week on the video on my own channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Also, play more games. Needs more games.